why you shouldn't entertain rumors, especially as a Christian. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the place where faith meets reality and Jesus is always at the center. My name is Kia Naomi. Here I share real life testimonies, godly wisdom and encouragement to help you grow in truth and with grace. So if you're here for the real talk, purposeful living, and of course Jesus Christ, then you find the right place. You're right where you belong. Rumors, gossips, little whispers that spread very fast. We think it's harmless. Oh, it's normal, it's fine, it's fun, right? But God's word says that rumors can actually destroy friendship, reputation, and even entire community. Yes, it can. So why should we as a Christian refuse to entertain rumors? Starting off with the first point, and that is, what is a rumor, or what are rumors? Rumors are unverified stories that spread from one person to the next, spreading rumors about someone that may or may not even be true. They often start small. Did you hear about so and so? It starts off small. In the minds of some people, it might start off innocent, but when it spreads very quickly like a wildfire. It spreads all over the forest. It spreads quickly and can destroy someone's name, reputation. It can destroy a lot. Let's think of it as a Chinese whisperer. You remember the game Chinese Whisperer, right? When you'd whisper one word or you'd whisper something to someone, this person takes that word, they whisper it to the next person then whispers it to the next person, and then so on and so forth. Then you get to the last person then says it out loud what was whispered to them, and what was whispered to them is completely different to the initial word that was first shared from the first person. It's the same with gossip. It's the same with rumors, right? Then you share it with one person, the person that shares it to the next person, they might add a little bit of salt and pepper, whatnot. Then the person then takes it to the next person, then the person adds all these spices. They add cumin, they add turmeric, they add curry powder. Then they take it to the next person. By the time you realize you have all these people who are sharing these rumors, and then let's say there's rumors about you, for example, and this rumor comes to you now, and you're just like, wait, what? Where did you hear that from, right? That's what rumor does. Maybe you've been the one you've heard rumors about a friend, and you've also been the one that has been rumored about, right? Rumors hurt. It hurts people, it hurts relationships, and it can even hurt communities as well. That's what rumor does. Why entertaining rumor is dangerous, which is my second point. Entertaining rumors destroys relationships. You find this in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 28. A dishonest man spreads strifes, and a whisperer separates close friends. Gossip separates close friends. Spreads lies, half truth. Okay, it could spread lies and half truth. Maybe there is some truth to the rumor, but there's also sprinkled lies into it as well. Most times you might hear rumor about someone, or maybe there's been a case where there was a rumor spread about you, and the rumor was far from truth, right? The rumor was far from the truth. The thing is with rumors rarely have the truth in it. Rumor rarely has the truth. Rumors are usually either a complete lie, or there might be some truth to it, but it's sprinkled with some lies, so which makes it half true. Rumors can also damage character. Listening makes you part of that chain as well. Even entertaining it makes you part of that chain. Especially for us ladies, I know ladies, we love to gossip and love to talk about stuff, love to talk about people. But when you talk about other people, especially people that are in your circle, people that are close friends, it can also damage relationships, right? Instead of showing love, we partner in division. What does the Bible say about gossips and rumors? In the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 29, it says, "Let no corrupt talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up. Unless you are there to help someone, to build them up, don't even usher out every nonsense out of your mouth. There's no point creating rumors and creating assumptions and like creating rumors if you're not trying to build them up. So you're better off just keeping your mouth closed. Exodus, in the book of Exodus chapter 23 verse 1, it says, do not spread false report. So unless the report has been confirmed, do not spread it. If anything, even if it has been confirmed, just mind your own business. James 1 verse 23, if you claim to be religious but don't control your tongue, your faith is worthless. So for those that are religious or claim to be religious but you can't control your tongue, your faith is futile, is worthless. Leading me to the point number 4, don't pass it on. If you hear it, let it die within you. I think I've had a few rumors here and there, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna take it to my grave. I think I know way too many stuff about certain people, and I'm just like, yeah, this is dying with me. This is dying with me. This I cannot, because if you spread it, that changes everything. It changes how that person sees this particular individual. It makes them look bad, you know, and it also hurts. It hurts, it wounds people, it ruins their reputation, again, like mentioned earlier. If you have to, go directly to the source. If you're concerned about these rumors, things that are being said, go directly to the source and ask the person privately. There's been times actually I've had to do that because I felt unease. I had an unsettling feeling what was being said to me about a particular person. I was like, this doesn't seem right. I don't understand. So I've had to go my way. I remember just going to this particular person, to a friend of mine, and I was like, I've heard this person has been saying this and this and this about you, like, what's going on? And then come to find out all of that was just a lie. Redirect the conversation instead of talking about it. How about, for example, if you tell them, oh, if they start talking about this person, even someone as a Christian that loves gossiping, if they start gossiping about this person, you can just be like, look, let's just change the subject. Let's, you know, instead of us talking about it, why don't we just pray for them, right? And whatever it is, just to change the topic, because it's not every day we talk about people's lives. Okay, guard your name. Okay, Proverbs 22 verse 1 says, a good name is more desirable than riches. Protecting others' name also protects your own. Okay, meaning don't get involved. Someone tells you about someone, okay, move on. Let it die with you and move on. Don't carry it with you. Guard your name, because if you then start entertaining the rumors and, you know, gossiping, and you start spreading it to other people, and then it gets back to the source, it gets back to the person, and they hear your name being mentioned, that, oh yeah, she said this to me, blah 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 blah, instantly you look just as bad. You are just as bad as the person that started the rumor to begin with, right? That tarnishes your own reputation. That tarnishes your name as well. So let me give you guys a story. I worked as a night manager, and they had just employed the night receptionist. I got to know her. I was like, oh wow, you know, finally a girl in the team. I was super excited because I found out it's a girl. I got to know her. We was getting to know each other. Found out that she's a Christian. I was like, oh my god, I finally found someone that's a Christian like me. That's amazing. Going fast forward to like maybe a few weeks, one of my colleagues, a friend of mine, she was leaving, so she hosted like a mini get together. So she invited me, she invited one of my friends who also worked with me at night, who was the night manager at the time. He obviously came, all that stuff, and obviously there's this inside joke that I know of that he bants with his other male colleagues, right? So I know about the inside joke, but obviously no one else knows. But one day he was talking about that inside joke prior to us meeting with the friend that was leaving. He was talking about the inside joke, and this girl happened to be there. There was 3 of us on shift, which was very rare, a very rare occasion, and she knew about the banter, but we didn't think much of it because we thought she was trustworthy enough to, you know, you know, because we have this rules that whatever happens within the night stays within the night. No one should know our business. Whatever conversations or chat we have at night, no one should know, because it's not really no one's business, right? So now fast forward to like maybe a week, we go to this friend, we go to this colleague of ours, and then she was talking about it. She was talking about the inside joke, and me and this guy, my friend, we literally looked at each other and we were like, where did you hear that from? we were like, where did you hear that from? I heard that you have this and this. I heard your inside joke. And she's like, talking about the inside joke. He was like, where did he hear that from? And then instantly light bulb in my head, and I was like, no one knows about this inside joke except me. And then this guy that he has this inside joke with, who by the way would never even share that with the girl, right? And this night receptionist. And I looked at my night receptionist. I looked at the night receptionist, the girl, and her face went red. And I was like, wow. Out loud I literally said, wow, we really have big mouths in this team. Like, I had no filter. I don't care. I was like, I had no care in the world. I was like, wow, we really have big mouths in the team. I literally said that out loud. And I was looking at my friend and I was like, wow, we really have big... I was such an instigator. I was like, wow. I was looking at my guy friend. I was like, wow, we really have big mouths in the team now. And then I saw the girl's face, and her face just went red. Like you can see the face of guilt in her eyes. I just like, was just so confused. Then we came to a conclusion that, oh yeah, maybe we should just be very mindful of what we say around her. Now we've gotten to a point where we were being not secretive, but we just didn't trust her enough to be very open with her. It got to, I think, 3 months in since she joined the team. And obviously the hotel manager contacted us on the phone that night. She contacted us and she was like, oh, I wanted you guys to give me your update, your feedback on this girl. And basically, so I let my colleague talk first. I let him talk first, and then I was just, you know, I was like doing my task. So I let him speak, and he was talking and talking and talking, and he was basically saying, yeah, I have my reservations about her. I'm not so sure if we should really because she was doing a lot of mess up with the task as well. She was doing a lot of mess up, like it was bad. So he was telling my hotel managers like his personal feedback. Then he said something that shocked me to the point of like, I was like, wait, what? I literally went, wait, what? He was like, oh, so she basically confided in me. I don't feel like Kiea knows exactly what she's doing. I doubt her ability being in charge at night because she's too nice. Typical, she's really friendly with the guest, and she's just a really nice person. I was like, wait, what? What does that even mean? Like, because I'm too nice, I can't handle the shift because I'm nice? Isn't that not a good thing? Hey, and apparently like she was saying some things, but she was saying, oh yeah, she's doubtful about how I respond. Basically what she was trying to say is that basically she wants someone who's mean-spirited like her, who, if someone is in desperate need of help, they would you just watch them like struggle, basically. This also stems back to the incident that happened when I accommodated the 6 guests that really needed a room because their Airbnb smelled like sewage. Basically, she was unhappy that I agreed to them to come by to check in earlier than expected. In other words, she wanted me to lie and be like, no, we don't have any rooms available, this is going to cause too much problems, yada yada yada. And I was like, look, I've already said yes. If they cause issue, and mind you, this was like 5 in the morning, so I said, look, they seemed fine on the phone, they seemed like they were really desperate on the phone because I spent time asking questions, just asking, like, you know, just giving them giving them the inquiry of the room and all that stuff. So I had time to like ask questions, and they were explaining all the situation to me. So I said I was willing to help them out, because if I was in their shoes, I'd want someone to help me out as well, So, and I realized this was the incident that she's referring to, because she said that I was really nice, I was too nice, and this and this and that. I was too nice. I was like, too nice? I literally just checked them in. I was like, oh, I hope everything's okay, making like genuine conversation with them, you just to make them feel comfortable. And she didn't like that. Anyways, I was a bit taken back, because I was like, wow, like she really goes, mind you, like to my face she was smiling and everything. She was smiling in my face, and she was, you know, I thought like, oh, I found a genuine person. But when I started seeing a bit of red flags in her, like when you tell her one thing someone else would know, then I was like, okay, something's not right about this girl. So I started to be a bit reserved towards her. But when to finally realize that she went behind my back and to say those things about me, which to be honest, it wasn't really damaging to me in terms of my reputation, because she says I was too nice. She doubts my ability of being the manager because I'm too nice. I'm like, okay, well, they gave me a job, I'm doing it. If they had issues with how I do my job, how I deal with the guests, they would have told me ages ago, but they didn't. So what does that say about you, right? When I heard those things, and I heard a few other things that were said about me from this particular girl, oh my god, tell me, I was vexed. My mood switched. And I think he probably did the right thing, to be honest, to keep that from me. And I think he would have been better off if he had just not mentioned that in my presence, because the day after, when I knew I was going to be working with her, the day after, I was not speaking to her at all. I literally gave her, I wouldn't say gave her silent treatment, because I was talking to her work related stuff. So I would tell her to do this, do that, I'm gonna go do this, I'm gonna do that. But anything else, I just would not. I was not, like, I just didn't mention anything. Like, she would tell me something and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's nice, yeah, and I'll just go back to do my task. That day I was just like, everything done? Yeah, cool. Just gonna quickly go and get my lunch break. Okay, cool. And some of them started noticing like something's off with these two, like something's happened. And I think she had to do a couple of day shift as well, and I think she definitely mentioned certain things to the day teams about me. She was apparently, from what was told to me from one of the day teams, I think one of the duty managers, was that they were saying how she was a bit concerned with me, because for some time now I haven't really been speaking to her like before. Like, I've been relatively quiet. Like, if it's not work related, I would just, you know, keep to myself and all that stuff. But then for you to be a Christian, and then you go to full on go behind my back and do that to me. I have friends who aren't even a Christians that could keep a better secret than her. I have friends, like one of my close friends now, she's Muslim, but we share things and it doesn't leave the room. But the fact that you're a Christian and you can share things to people outside of this room and think it's okay. She wanted to speak to me about some things. Now obviously she wanted to apologize to me because of one incident that happened, because she has a tendency of not listening to authorities, I guess, if I can put it that way, not listening to the managers, right? And there was this guy who was homeless, but she thought he was a guest. I told her, don't open the door, because this guy is probably not a guest. If he is a guest, he could just show us the card. Otherwise, don't open the door. She didn't listen. She still opened the door. So she went against my instructions and still opened the door. That kind of annoyed me that day, but I brushed that aside. And that day happened, that incident actually happened the day before I had my my feedback chit chat with the hotel manager. She apologized to me. I told her, look, yes, I was a bit annoyed about that situation, but that's not why I'm really upset with you. I've heard you said this and this and that about me, and that's what really upset me, because I can't, like, you know, I thought we were really cool, I thought we were close. If you had any concerns about me or how I'm doing my shift, why are you going to tell someone else behind my back, knowing full well that, mind you, this person that you're telling these stuff to is someone relatively close to me, and we share a lot of things. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot by telling someone else who can potentially tell me these things, and spreading rumors about them, and, you know, spreading rumors about them, not knowing that you are hurting people. And that's gonna affect how people, not only how people see others because of the rumors that you're spreading, but how people see you, because they know you're not to be trusted. So obviously I've said all these things. I said it nicely. I wasn't, you know, being a meanie about it, but I said it nicely. I was like, you need to work on some things. This isn't it. Like, and there's a lot of people that's complaining about gossiping that's going around in the hotel, and every person that I've said these things mentioned your name, not knowing that you're ruining not just their reputation, but you're also ruining your own, because now people see you as this gossiper. And I think it really, I told her, I was talking to her, like, I really went deep. Like, I was really talking to her, like, not just as a colleague, but as a sister. Like, I really went in and I was talking to her, you know, and it got to a point where she was crying. We talked about it, we hashed it, we pushed it aside, but because of that whole incident, it made me look at her differently. And I was like, until I see change within her, I can't trust her. And that really taught me a lot. It made me realize that don't trust people too soon. Also, like, just because someone's a Christian, it don't mean anything. Someone can say that they're a Christian and still be into gossips and entertaining rumors and all that stuff. So it taught me a lot. It really did teach me a lot. And yeah, I haven't heard from her. It's been ages actually. I've heard from her, and yeah, I wish her well. I hope she's doing better. I really do hope she's doing better. But I was not impressed by that whole fiasco that happened. But it just comes to show that, you know, there's even some Christians that do entertain gossip. And if you are one of those people, now is the time to really look and to reflect. Does your rumors, your gossiping, does it build people up or does it tear people down? How would you feel if someone was spreading false rumors about you? You'd be hurt by it, right? So don't do unto others what you wouldn't want it done unto you. Rumors may feel small, okay? Rumors may feel small, but in God's eyes, they are serious. Words can either break or build you. The next time you hear a rumor or you hear gossip, ask yourself, am I adding fire or am I adding water? Choose to be the one who stops the cycle, not keeps the cycle going. Because love protects and God calls us to be people who build and not tear down. I'll leave you with a final verse, and that is Proverbs chapter 11 verse 13. A gossip portrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. Okay, and that's the end of the video. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video has spoken to your heart, and if it has, please do give me likes, share, comment and subscribe, guys. Keep walking in faith, stay within the word of God. So please do read the Bible. And remember, your life, your story is still being written by the author of life. Yes. I shall see you guys in my next video. Guys, take care, stay blessed, and remember one thing. Jesus, what really and truly loves you. Don't keep him waiting.